Let's begin! Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams is at its core a game about meditation, which tries its best to put the player in a relaxed state, thanks to its visuals and music. It's not a full-on experience like Title though, it's actually quite an odd mix of gameplay elements. You can pick up things with your hands, which sometimes can be used in some very minor puzzle solving, like simply placing a correct object in a different place, or combining it with another one. You can shoot discs that are scattered throughout each level. Doing so will reveal a meaningful message, but these appear to be just randomly picked from a quote website online. Sure, it's nice to read quotes that get you thinking, but they should have really had more of a connection with the actual area you're in. And you can take part in some breathing exercises thanks to relaxation spots that teleport you to a new area. Theta brainwave music is played here that can put your mind in a relaxed state. A message is also displayed here that guides you with your breathing. The more you stay here and participate with the breathing exercises, the more you really do feel relaxed. It's just a shame that the scenery in these don't always do the experience justice. Some places look alright, but most are quite cramped and look quite bad. The game has 10 areas to explore, and each one is vastly different from each other. You visit a jungle, icy fields, and even a space station. There really is a lot of variety when it comes to each of these areas, although one does seem very out of place for this type of game, and that's the area that has you exploring some caves with a lantern. It's actually a bit creepy, and its inclusion is very odd. In each of these 10 areas is an opportunity that spawns. This is basically an orb that magically appears in the level after a certain amount of time. You know when it has spawned thanks to the words appearing on the screen. This game has been out for a while now, so it's a bit of a shame that an update hasn't appeared that corrects the spelling. Collecting all 10 orbs opens up a new door in the main hub area. I won't ruin what is in there, but overall, the hunt for the orbs isn't really worth the time, unless you are a trophy hunter. Also in each area are teleporters. When you go through one, it instantly takes you to a different area without the need of going back to the main hub. They do take you to only one certain location though, which could be one you have already explored. So if you're just going to play through the game once, you will most likely ignore these altogether. Most of the time, the game doesn't look amazing. The actual environment isn't laid out in the best of ways, and there are some low quality textures here. That's not to say that there isn't some nice visuals to be seen though. These calming and pleasant sights are usually seen thanks to objects that glow, such as lanterns that hang around buildings and vibrant mushrooms that tower high above you. The particle effects are also very good in places, but what isn't are some of the objects' placements. Some of the things in the world overlap each other. If a game world is very large, you can slightly overlook some of these mistakes, but as each of the locations are quite tiny, it's a bit of a shame that the object placement wasn't very fine-tuned. Especially when a game is really focusing on a visual experience, more so than many other elements. A few times I did actually walk through objects too, which came as a big surprise, considering how dominant they was compared to other things in the world. It's strange they forgot to put collision detection on these. Even more strange though, is collision detection being present on invisible slopes. You start to move higher and higher up from the ground. This error really shouldn't have been missed in such small level design. Visually the game is a mixed bag, but what you can rely on is the amazing soundtrack, which features music by Hollywood Oscar-winning composers. It really does elevate your mood in each of these places. You can play the game with the DualShock controller or 2 Move controllers. I actually went with the DualShock for most of my playthrough, as it's always a bit fiddly trying to move around with the moves. As this game really wants to put you in a relaxed state, I didn't want to ruin that feeling with stress from the control scheme. The Move controllers are very good though, and the game does allow you to snap turn, free turn, teleport, free move, and you can adjust the turning speed. So option wise, the developers absolutely got it right. Apart from one thing, when you change your controls and quit the game, they are not saved, so you do have to re-enter your choices again. it's a bit of an inconvenience. The game is intended to be played over and over again, due to the relaxation spots, but if you're looking for more of a one playthrough time length, it took me an hour and a half to see every area and collect each of the opportunity orbs. In that time, I even got the game's platinum trophy. To get the platinum, all you need to do is collect every opportunity orb and combine a few objects together. It's a very easy platinum to achieve. Although this game has a lot of negatives, I didn't entirely hate it, the main reason being the amount of different locations in the game. Unlike other games I've reviewed in the past, it did at least hold my attention, as I knew in only a few minutes time I would be exploring a whole new location. But that doesn't make it a good game, it just means it wasn't a complete chore for me to get through. The excellent music also helped to get me through. The game isn't in a finished state, and it does lack polish overall. I can really only recommend it if you are a massive trophy hunter and want to get an easy platinum. If this was the first ever PSVR game I played, the variety in the locations would have been a great introduction to what VR is all about, but even then, actually navigating your way around each area just wouldn't be that enjoyable. Overall, there is a good idea here, and I love seeing developers come up with new ways that we can use our VRs for. It's just a shame that as a whole, it's been poorly executed. Now and then, I do get a bit of time to do some review catch up on older games that I missed at launch. What game should I review next that I've missed on the channel? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you found this review helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more PSVR content.